Hi guys, it's Tracy. I'm here to talk about toners. So sometimes I get messages from subscribers or friends or whoever, or just people who find me on YouTube and they ask me certain questions, and usually I just answer those questions like directly to the person who asks, but if it's like a general question such as this one, then I will make a video on it usually. So the question that was asked to me is, are toners really necessary? Okay, so in a nutshell, no. In my opinion, toners are not necessary. However, I really like toners. I have a DIY toner that I make myself. I also purchase store-bought toners, and I'll show you the ones that I'm using currently. So I am currently using Avalon Organics Cellular Renewing Wrinkle Defense with CoQ10 enzyme. This is Perfecting Facial Toner. I use this one at night. It looks like this. And I use Aloe 80 Organics Aloe and Papaya Facial Refresher during the day, or in the morning when I wake up. Okay, so the claim of a toner is that it is supposed to, like, after you've washed your face and you've cleansed off all of your makeup, then a toner is supposed to get rid of any trace oils or trace makeup that you have on your skin, as well as any residue that the cleanser leaves on your skin. However, a good cleanser is going to remove all of your makeup and not leave a residue. I mean, that's kind of just the way that it is. That's what a good cleanser is going to do. If you don't have a good cleanser, then you will have a little bit of residue, in which case a toner would be beneficial for you. So that, I guess, is kind of out of the window. The second thing that a toner is supposed to do is it's supposed to excuse me, it's supposed to balance the pH of your skin. But the thing is essentially your skin is regenerative, so it's going to balance its pH out by itself. So in about 10 to 15, sometimes 20 minutes, your skin will be pH balanced according to what it needs. A toner, I guess, just speeds up that process. So I guess you don't necessarily have to spend the money for your skin to do something that your skin's already going to do. Does that make sense? Okay. So, also a toner, certain toners have certain benefits to them. Like there are toners that have salicylic acid in them. I guess there are different types of toners. They're like the mild facial refreshers, like this one, which is pretty much just like water and like some glycerin and aloe and things like that, all the way up to like the harsher toners that contain things like salicylic acid and alcohol. Now, salicylic acid is really beneficial, and I do recommend including salicylic acid in your skin, especially if you have acne-prone skin or skin that seems to accumulate blackheads really often. The salicylic acid will essentially exfoliate your skin without using like exfoliating beads or scrubs or anything like that, and it's really good for preventing acne because it gets into your pores and really just helps to lift up all of the gunk that is in there. So I do recommend including a salicylic acid. So a lot of toners do have salicylic acid, but sometimes they're just really harsh. So what I use is I use this one here, and this actually has willow bark in it, and salicylic acid is made from willow. So this essentially has some salicylic acid in it. It's just not the purest form of salicylic acid. Or maybe it is the purest form because it's willow. But it's like before the process it turns into salicylic acid. You kind of get what I'm saying. Basically, it's going to do that without being as harsh as an actual toner or astringent that has a salicylic acid in it. Also, toners contain some other really great ingredients for your skin, such as this one that contains CoQ10. Now, CoQ10 is really great for fighting off free radicals. It's an anti-aging agent. It's an anti-aging agent that's really good for the skin. So that's what this toner has in it. So that's why I chose it. But it also has chamomile, which is going to take away some of the redness in my skin if I ever have any. It has things like white tea. I told you about the willow bark extract that it has in it. It has aloe. So it's really nourishing and really hydrating for somebody like me who has sort of normal to dry skin. If you have oily skin, then you're obviously going to use a different formula, one that is more suited towards your skin, such as something with like apple cider vinegar, which is going to help control the oil. So there are different types of toners on the market for different types of people. But toner is definitely not a must-have. I mean, toners, you know, can be expensive depending on what type of toner that you use. They can range anywhere from a few dollars at the drugstore all the way up to, you know, $30 if you are looking for a specific type of toner, like a higher end brand. So you're going to have to determine for yourself whether or not you believe that toner is a necessity. In my regimen, it is a necessity because my skin is dry. I like to use toners that are hydrating. I like to put as many hydrating agents onto my skin as possible just because I feel like my skin behaves the best when I do that. However, if you feel like your cleanser is a fantastic cleanser and it strips off all of your makeup and it doesn't leave any residue, and you think that toner is just water, then you definitely don't have to use it. All you have to do is wash your face and then moisturize it, and then you're done. It's not something that is a must-have. It's really sort of one of those preference things. I just like having a toner, and if I don't purchase a toner, then I'm going to make a toner, which is really inexpensive, and I'll link my DIY toner down below. But again, in a nutshell, I just kind of wanted to come on and say, no, toner is not a necessity, but it's something that I really like. It's not for everyone. Everyone's going to have different skin, and so you're really going to have to find a regimen that works well for you. If you have oily skin, then you need to find a toner that's going to help control the oil. If you have skin that is dry, then you're going to obviously need a toner that's going to be hydrating for your skin. If you are wanting to fight off free radicals or wanting to go through, an anti-aging process, and I say it's never too early to start an anti-aging regimen, then you're going to want to find toners that have anti-agers in them, or things that are going to prevent you from sort of getting premature wrinkles or things like that. So that's basically what a toner is for. There's a lot of research on it. You can definitely Google, is toner necessary, and you will find probably more than I've talked about in this video. But I just wanted to answer that question to somebody who asked me, because I thought it was actually, a pretty good question. Like, other people are probably wondering, like, is toner necessary? I definitely didn't always use toner. I sort of, as I got older, I just started to experiment with things and sort of see what my skin liked the best, and my skin likes having a toner in the regimen. So that's why I use it. But again, not all toners are made equal, and so sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes if the toner is too harsh, then I just sort of, bypass it altogether and I don't use it, because then it's really not beneficial at all. So you're going to have to find something that's, one, beneficial for your skin, and two, really see if your skin is actually liking it. If your skin is better off by having it, then definitely use it. If your skin, can do without it and it'll be just fine, then don't use it. No big deal. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about toners. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys use a toner? What toner do you use? What type of skin do you have? And, leave comments down below, because sometimes, people will read comments and they get tips like, I don't have oily skin, so I don't know what the best toners are for oily skin. So if you have oily skin and you use a toner, then leave those comments down below, because somebody, is going to benefit from that. Or if you don't use a toner at all, tell me why you don't use a toner. If you hate toners and you're like anti-toner, then I'd like to know why. And leave that down below too, because again, we're all in this beauty community together. We're trying to help each other out. So it would be awesome if we got to get your feedback too. That's it, and I'll see you guys next video. Take care. Bye.